Hey everyone, I wanted to do a review of the 1979 Italian horror movie. I wanted to get into some underseen films. Talk about Sergio Martino's Island of the Fishmen, which was also released under the title of Screamers. I only watched it because it was called, not because it was called Screamers, but I was just looking for an Italian Gallo movie. I had no idea this was going to be more of the creature from the Black Lagoon. It actually kind of steals the exact design. I still was satisfied with what I got. Obviously, it's very campy. I wouldn't put it in the memorable or underseen Gallo Italian horror films. There's a lot better films out there. This is neat and fun. There's another movie that I like that's called The Incubus with John Cassavetes that just is not really that great, but it's similar. They both have this weird, disgusting creature. That movie was much more graphic and violent. This movie's actually pretty violent. It's pretty gnarly, but it is pretty convoluted, pretty bizarre. It is about a prison ship that sinks in the Caribbean, and it follows a group of prisoners and a doctor who wash ashore on a seemingly deserted island, and they soon discover a strange couple who invite them to stay at their home. And while they plan an escape, the doctor does some investigating and finds out just what the pair on the island is really doing and why the prisoners keep disappearing mysteriously. And obviously, there is some backstory to this island. I really thought that it was going to be, I thought, in American movies, I guess there's always comic relief. I think comic relief works well. I think in this movie, though, it was missing something. Some love element, some element of stakes, because it has this really cool opening, by the way, like a really cool 15-minute cold open where people are touring an island and then they're all murdered by the Fishmen. But then after that, it kind of just slows down, and then once we get to this island and they introduce the main characters, it's all just kind of built up. It's really nice set pieces. I really appreciate, the beautiful sets, and a lot of people do, a lot of, film enthusiasts, but if you're just seeing this movie just to see a horror movie, let's say in 1979, although this was probably released very small, I don't think this was a blockbuster release, you would be kind of bored. It has nice lush landscapes. Sometimes there is a kind of novelty to that. It's kind of like a comic book. There's a reason people like Gallo films. I love certain Gallo films. I love Phenomena, which is Dario Argento film. But that movie honestly earns it earns just being amazing. It has a beautiful score. It builds up to that. It has great casting. It has great set pieces. It has really good, scares. It's bizarre, but it has kind of this very decent, palpable energy to it. It's almost 2 hours. This movie is 90 minutes. It is more like a Scooby-Doo episode. It has this haunted island. It reminded me of a Scooby-Doo episode, a lot. Zombie Island in particular. Really that. But I thought this was fun. I don't think it really demands too much of you or asks too much. It's just not that entertaining of a film. It could be a lot better. There isn't really a charming quality beyond, here are some really cool practical effects. Unlike a lot of other stuff where it's very ugly looking. This movie's it has good effects. The visuals are nice, and that's about it though. The story is so, but if you watch it, stay to watch a really old kind of Creature of the Black Lagoon ripoff. But I thought it was good for what it was worth, so I'll say that. So let me know what you guys think of Island of the Fishmen. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Take care.